So let's make a snowman. Have you seen the new Dollar Tree wreath form for the snowman? Well, listen, we're gonna make this adorable snowman wreath with yarn and ribbon and some really cute buttons. But I want to give a big thank you to Maria. Maria is one of my followers and she made these adorable snowmen, and I asked, could we share this on my YouTube channel? And she was so sweet and so kind to share with us. So thanks, Maria, and let's get started on this wreath. Do I have a mess or what? But this is going to be a fun video, so I hope you stick around for the whole thing and watch it. I'm really excited to share this with you. My friend Maria Watson, she's on Facebook, and she's purchased some of my tutorials. So I first saw her wreath in one of my private groups for my Christmas tree. Now, I don't do a Christmas tree on YouTube, but I do sell a Christmas tree tutorial. It also comes with angel wings. If you want or are interested in that, of course, the link for that is in the description box below. And I know I don't talk about my premium tutorials, guys, but I do have tutorials that I don't have on YouTube that I do sell, and I have some private groups for on Facebook, and I teach you how to do some even more fun things with it. So I got a little sidetracked, but that's okay. But Maria posted in one of my groups, and so she posted what she did with this really neat little Dollar Tree snowman. Now, I know that a lot of you have found these because I have seen you guys in my big group called Wreath Creators and More post these and ask, what are you doing with these? Well, we're going to show you what Maria did with hers, and she was so gracious to share all the details with me so that I could share them with you. So make sure in the comments you say thanks to Maria for me, okay? Okay, so when you get started, just make sure your glue gun is plugged in. I've done that a couple times now. I've gotten to the part where I want to start, and I had turned my glue gun on, but I hadn't plugged it in. So it is plugged in now. This is my favorite SureBonder glue gun. It is cordless, and in my Amazon shop, affiliate links are in the description box below. So let's talk about this frame. Now, I did go on the Dollar Tree website. I believe that you can order a case of these. Now, a case would have 24 of them. Whether or not you want 24, you may not want 24, but maybe some of your friends might want some. So maybe go in with a friend. Or I've also heard where people have taken their cases back to Dollar Tree and they've been able to exchange it for other things. So I don't know, but it's worth a try. And listen, even if you just made 3 of them, that's still a good deal, and you'd have it for next year. So let's start with the yarn here. So I got to figure out where it comes out. There we go. And you know me, I like to take a little zip tie. I'm going to get it started here. And basically, it looks like that is the top of the frame. So you can either have your snowman going this way or going this way. It's really up to you. I think I'm going to have my hat going this way based on where the bar is. So I'm going to just flip it over, and there's a little connector right here that I am just going to connect, and this is how I'm going to start it off. Okay, we are going to use a lot of the glue gun though, and I'm just going to clip that off, and we're going to get started. So what I want to do is I'm going to just add a little bit of glue underneath there, just to kind of get it started here. All right, and then we're going to just basically go back and forth on this wreath. Okay, so we're going to put a little bit of glue here, and once we get her started, then we'll just be able to wrap her. Okay, so you're going to use a little bit of glue. Here we go, and just get it started. All right, let that sit there, because we want to make sure that she's good. I keep calling her a she, the snowman, snowwoman, or whatever. And you're just going to wrap. So what I think I'm going to do is I usually will like cut off a piece, but let's just do this. I'm going to put it on my floor like so, and kind of get that bulk out of the way. All right, so we've got the glue. It's kind of starting to set up. All right, and I'm going to go underneath, and I'm going to just kind of start wrapping. Okay, so I'm going to add let's just add a little bit of glue here. I want to make sure that we start and it's even too, like that looks pretty even. So I'm going to go underneath here and I'm going to put a little bit of glue underneath. Okay. Put some glue here because we're going to go over that. So just be patient. And once we get her started, it'll go. Her or him, whatever you want to call it. And then we're going to go underneath. Okay. I think I'm going to add just a little tap of glue. I hope you can see me here. Can you see me? Am I not in the shot here? Let's see here. And then a little bit here. Okay. Don't burn yourself. And try not to get it on your mat. I love these rotary mats. But sometimes I get glue on it. What's the best way to get glue off our mats? If you know or have a suggestion, let me know in the comments. So you're just going to start wrapping your snowman or snow woman or whatever you want to call her. Him. I'm silly, I know. So, oh, she's going to be so cute. So just add a little bit of glue where you can. And then we're just going to go underneath. This is what, I believe this is the way Maria did it. And I think this is going to be such an easy project to do and so cute. Now, if you want to watch some other snowman videos, I do have other snowmen. And I will make a playlist, I'll leave it in the description box below, of all the different snowmen we've made over the years here on my channel. So she's getting a little fluffy too. I like that. So as you can see, once you get it started, you really don't have to keep adding too much glue. You can add a little bit, and it's working really well having the big yarn roll over here on the floor. So you know what, I'll add a little bit of glue right here. Just kind of keep her kind of going here. All right, so I'm getting close to the arm. So we're just gonna go over top here, and you can even add, let's add a little bit of glue since we got a little cross bracket going on there. Just add a little bit of something. And so when I come to this side, I'm gonna come on the other side of the arm, okay? And that's all there is to it. You're gonna do the same thing for the head here. We'll start her here or see if we can, once I get here, I'll come back. That's what I'll do, I'll come back. Okay, so we're getting close to the top here. And what I have discovered is it does, it's a good idea to put a little bit of glue underneath here and underneath here. And then you're just gonna have to kind of hold it a little bit because this is kind of silky and it likes to move up, you're gonna have it moving up on you. So you're just gonna give it a little bit of time to set up, okay? Especially when we're getting at the top here. I'm gonna give it some time to kind of set up. I needed to pull that one a little bit more. And then just be really patient with it, okay? So we're gonna get to this point here in a moment. I'm gonna put a little bit more glue right there. Let it set up. Come underneath, okay? Because we don't want to have him go up, him or her. I just can't make up my mind. But I love little snowmen. I have one that I showed you guys how to do. I think it was after Christmas last year. Ouch, I got myself there. And I love it. I kept it and it's going on my front door. So just saying. I feel like snowmen are okay for like into January, into February too. So if you don't like use like specific like Christmas ribbon, like with Christmas trees or something on it, I kind of feel like you can do a lot with snowmen. They're not just for Christmas. So here we go. We're getting close here. Let me wrap it and I'll be right back. Okay, so as you can see, I'm to the top here, and honestly, there's no reason to cut this at all. I'm just gonna add some glue over top of the wire here, and we're just gonna keep going with it. And then we'll start on the head here. So like I just put a bunch of glue there, so we're gonna just let that set up. And so what I'll do is I'll keep going until we get here. And when we get here, I'm just gonna have to work around these, okay? And then we'll end up adding something different on top of it. So I'll bring you back when I get to that point. Okay, so we're up to the part where the hat is, and obviously I can't run a whole strand of my yarn through the hat, so we're gonna have to cut this yarn now, okay? So basically I'm just gonna kind of measure it. There's one wrap. I think we're gonna do at least 4 more wraps. So I'm just gonna measure, eight lengths of this, and I think that should be good. All right, so this is what we had left. So I probably used a little bit more than Maria did, but it's really up to you. If you want a real fluffy snowman, you can do that. If you don't, you could probably make it not quite as, I mean, he's got some pounds right here. So anyways, so we're on the hat part. So there's one issue there. So I'm gonna just, since we've got the brackets, I'm gonna put some glue over it and go over it and pull it a little bit. And I'm going to go underneath here, and I'm going to put some glue under here in between. So our yarn will just kind of stop and kind of stay in place for us. And you're just going to let that set up. So when we get it over here, let me find my end piece here. So now I want to come through that section right there. So I'm just going to kind of come underneath here, because we're going to make a little brim. Okay, so I'm going to pull over there. Oops, see, I pulled too much. You don't want too much of a gap there. You want it to stay nice and flush. Okay, and so I'm going to go here, and I'll just flip it over and add a little bit of glue because I want it to stay, and find another spot. And remember, there's going to be a brim here, so this isn't going to be really showing, but I just want to make sure it's covered really well. Okay, so I'm going to hold that down, and you're just going to keep going back and forth until you cover your whole little snowman. So let me know. I have lots of places that I like to shop for my craft supplies, and I always encourage you guys to shop there. They're companies that I trust and do business with. But are you having a hard time finding craft supplies? Let me know in the comment section. Are you having difficulties finding stuff? It's 2021, October. I know we're getting ahead on the Christmas season, but I want you guys to have kind of a stash of stuff in your, you know, box to be able to make. So that's why I'm starting a little early. So right here, we're getting to the top here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add some glue right there, okay, underneath. Underneath here and a little bit on top. And I think that's going to be it. I think I'm going to take another zip tie though, and I'm going to put a zip tie. Let's look here. Yeah. I'm going to put a little zip tie on the back here, and I'm going to go underneath. I know you can't really see it because it's white and the zip tie is kind of white, but we're just going to hold that down. Okay. And you're just going to just glue it down and hold it down, and then just cut your end off. So we're going to do this, and I probably will just put another zip tie over here because I can. I think I'm going to bend that back a little bit. Yeah, that looks good. So we're going to put a little hat right there. So hold on, we're almost there. Okay, so I wanted to show you what I wanted to do. Once I kind of looked at it, I want to add one more piece here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip this here. I'm going to add a little bit of glue on the top, and then I'm going to just, this is the back, so that's going to set up, and then I'm going to run this through the loop here that we kind of created, just to kind of round off the little head for me. Okay, so when I flip him over, I just feel like he's a little bit better. Okay. All right, if you have some more chunkier yarn but in a different color, go ahead and use that. You could do two things. You could take this stiff felt here and you could trace out the hat, and you could just glue this down. So you could just make a nice little black hat, and then take another piece and make a brim. So that's what you could use for this. But I'm going to take the yarn, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap this section of the frame first. So I'm just going to have to kind of guess to see how much I would need. I think that'll probably be enough, but this is just fur yarn. But I want to wrap this part first. And you know what? There's a little piece that's kind of sticking up. Let me find my wire cutters here. And I'm going to actually just cut that off. And that's probably going to go flying. Nope, it didn't. That's good. Because it was just sticking up a little bit too much for me. So basically what you could do, you could tie it. So let me show you. Here, I'll just tie it right here. Okay, make a little knot. And then we're going to wrap it around this part, just so that when we're at the top, okay, that when I wrap it around crosswise, that this will already be a finished edge, okay? So I won't worry about, because this is a little smaller of yarn that I have right here. So it's not going to cover as nicely as this big thick yarn. So I want to just kind of give my little finished edges the most I can give it. So just do this until you reach this end, tie it off, use a zip tie, whatever you want to do. Okay, so now we're going to add, as you can see, I've got my little edge there. Just, you know what, just make a little tie here. I'm just going to tie it off instead of a zip tie. One, and then if you want, you can add a little bit of glue to hold it down. Now, the glue that I use in my glue gun is the Gorilla Glue Sticks. That's just something I prefer and I like, so that's what I do. Okay, so you're not going to believe me here, but there we go. So all you're going to do is now just wrap it. That's it. So you have a nice little furry hat, okay? And that's all. And then I'll just tie her off at the back here and add maybe another, you know, thing of glue. And it's like, if you see a spot that you missed, just go back and cover over it. That's what's nice with this fur. It's very forgiving. Okay, so we're getting close. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we're going to make the little brim for our hat right there, okay? And we're going to use these jumbo, like, popsicle sticks. And you could even paint this if you'd rather just paint it and you know, have it done. But I think it's going to be really cute once we get it done here. So let's just take it, and we're going to glue some of our little fur on the back here, and we'll get it started. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to like do this. I'm going to get it started. I'm going to go over top of the edges here to kind of make sure that we get the edges all taken care of, because this is the back of my stick. And then we're just going to start, I'm going to put a little bit of glue right here. There's, you know, do it whatever way you like. I'm just going to start going like this, okay? And again, if I go over top of where I've been, that's all right. Whoops, third time in a row, I got myself there. Just put a little bit of glue. I think you get the gist of what I'm trying to do. We're just trying to cover this little guy up. And because we're using the fur, it's really forgiving. That fur is going to cover so much. Okay, see? It's just kind of covered. And so I'm going to just keep going over and over. Make sure it all stays put. And that is your brim. Oops. Might have to add a little bit more glue there. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're basically going to put some glue on these edges here. Oops, Julie, you're going to make a mess. I'm going to make a mess. Hold on, let's do this. Let's do it backwards here. Let's do that. There we go. That way I won't make a mess. Do you see what I'm doing here? So we're just going to make sure he's on pretty straight there. And we're just going to put some glue on this side, some glue over here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to clip it so that it will, oops, didn't do it the way I wanted it to. So I'm just gonna hold it. So you're gonna hold it for a few minutes here, okay? Let it dry completely before you move on. I don't know if this is gonna be thick enough here. There we go, I think so. Let me turn it over. Yep, he's gonna be cute. He's gonna work. And I might put a little bit of fur right down there just to kind of cover that glue spot up. Okay, since we were letting that all dry, I was playing around with the stuff that I want to put on the face and everything. But first, we're going to work on our little hands here. So all you're going to do is take a Chenille stem, pipe cleaner, whatever you call it. You can use a different color. Just twist it around here. I'm just going to twist it real good. And then I'm going to just wrap around each little limb here. So there's one. Wow. It doesn't take much. And you can even kind of go down. I'm going to go back down and go back down here, and then I don't have to cut anything. And I'm just going to keep wrapping. And that's all there is to it, guys. So just wrap, wrap, wrap. So that one, I'm going to go back down a little bit more. And that's what I like with the Chenille stems. You don't have to glue anything. It's just going to stay. So I'm going to need 2 of those. And if you don't want to use ones quite so fur, just use regular ones. Use like these little tinseled ones if you want like a snow look. Any of that will work. It'll just be perfect any way you do it. So again, just gonna just twist it, and then I'm gonna wrap around. That's all. Okay, so now we got his little hands and arms. You know, do whatever color you want. You could leave them too. You don't have to cover them because they'll stick out for you and they'll look cute. So let's make this all come together. Let's work on the eyes first. So I'm going to kind of move my snowman there. I'm taking these little snowflakes. I'm looking over here. I think I have a better one right here. Yeah, I think this one's covered a little bit. This was in the Dollar Tree little bag, their little foam. Now, I know that Maria used much smaller ones, but I couldn't find them. So I'm going to work with what I have. So what you're going to do is you're just going to take your scissors, and because they both have, they have 6 points, we're just going to cut that one in half, like so. All right. And then you can do one of 2 things. You could use little Pom Poms. I think that the little Pom Poms that I purchased, I think are a little too small. So you could either get Pom Poms. I know that I think she got the bigger ones and she cut them in half so that they would have a flatter back. But you could also use buttons, and I'm going to use the button version simply because I have a bag of black buttons for other snowmen that I've made, and I just thought, well, why not use it, okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to put our these at an angle here. So I'm just going to look and see if that's where I want. I'm gonna glue those down first. I think that's good. So let's do this one first. So oh, I need some more glue. So we're gonna be really easy with that, because once that's there, it's there, okay? I'm gonna grab another glue stick, kind of standing up too, to do this. And there's glitter getting on my my little snowman. Okay, so as you can see, I have them coming up at an angle for this, just because they're a little too thick to kind of put side by side here. So I'm going to just put my button right there, and we're just going to let that all dry, guys. I'm going to put my other button right there, and I just think it's really such a cute little cute little touch, you know. Maria did such a good job, and I will, as you saw when you watched the beginning of this, how cute her snowmen were. So I'm going to use hers as a reference, and you can just kind of see the different things that she did. So we're going to do that. They have little eyelashes. So let's do a nose, and all I did was I cut out a piece of felt here. I'm going to kind of round it off. You could just do a little triangle. I just kind of cut what I thought would look like a little bit of a carrot. Okay. So we're going to kind of put the carrot nose right there. So let's put a little bit of glue. And I would have preferred if I could have found the stiffer, you know, make sure he's balanced out here. The stiffer felt, but they didn't have any. So we're just going to use this. It works just fine. And it's like, what, 33 cents for a piece. So that works. Easy peasy. Okay. So now we're going to do our mouth. So one of the two things you could do are you could use the little, what are these called? Pom Poms. Okay. But I don't think I'm going to use the Pom Poms. I'm going to stick with the buttons because I'm going to do buttons down here too. So I'm going to grab some buttons here that I like. So basically what you want to do is you want to start one at the bottom and then add two more on each side. Just kind of move them where you want, and then you're going to glue them down. All right, I'm going to leave you in suspense. We're going to put a little loop here. We're going to go to the back of this frame, and I'm just going to, because we got to know how to hang our little snowman. So we're just going to make a loop with a zip tie, okay? And then that way we've got something to hang, and it's not going to show too much. What are we going to do? We are going to put our ribbon on. Now, this is a preference thing for me, guys. This is just me. This is what I love. Do whatever you want, okay? But I love this ribbon. So I'm going to cut a piece of this ribbon off, okay? Put this to the side. And if the Wreath Shop still has it, I will leave it in the description box below, okay? So I want that X to kind of go in the middle there, and I'm going to like wrap this around. We're going to cut off some more of that, see what he looks like. But you know what? I'm kind of feeling like this, it's just taking up a little too much of that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just fold it over. I'm going to make a little bit smaller ribbon here, okay? Again, I'm going to trim it because we don't need that much. Take off. And I can, you know what, just add a dab of glue there because I feel like the brim doesn't need that much ribbon. But oh, isn't that going to be pretty? Just make sure it's nice and you know, straight. Just want to make it look nice. All right, I think that's really nice. So I want to focus on that. So, yep, I like that. I'm going to just bring it back here. I want to put it more in the center there. Flip them over, and then you're just going to glue your ribbon down. As you can see, I have way too much ribbon, so we're going to cut some of that off here. Okay. And then I'm going to glue him over top so that, again, from the back, it's still going to look nice. Okay, so let's make a quick bow while our ribbon dries, okay? So we're going to have a length of our tail about 8 inches, 8 or 9 inches, and we're just going to do 7-inch loops, and we're going to gather, bring together, you're going to twist. And basically this is my zip tie bow that I've showed you how to do many times. All right, so there's one. We're going to do another one. Just twist. Come back, and you're going to twist again. Another 7 inches, okay? Because I don't want the bow to overpower our snowman. We don't want that, okay? So we're going to twist, and we're going to cut our tail. Oops, come on, scissors. Grab a zip tie and you can connect it right here. Now, if you want to be done, if that's all you want to do, you could just use a pipe cleaner there, but I'm not going to use a pipe cleaner because we're going to add a little extra flare of ribbon on it. I originally thought I was going to use 2 of the bigger bows, but I went back and I got this one that's a little bit smaller. I just didn't want to overpower them too much. But again, this is my favorite ribbon right now, so I'm gonna use it. I think it's super cute. Okay, so there you go. There's the base. So now we're just gonna take another one. This is 2.5 inches. Cut it down. Again, it doesn't take much time at all. We're gonna have about 9 inches there, and then we're going to do, let's do 6 inches. 1, and you're going to twist, 2, and we're going to come back. So let's see if that's enough. I think that's enough. I think just that one simple little bow is going to be just enough. And we're going to do this. That would be cute. And I'm just going to grab, since I already have these out and we're using them, so I'm going to use it. I'm going to just grab that. I'm going to put it in the middle here, and that's what's going to be the nice little accent for the middle of our bow because it's nice and furry. So we're going to just twist like so, and then if you want, you can get rid of that zip tie, but it's not showing. So, okay, so now we're just going to stick, and I always like my little bows to kind of be off to the side. That's just kind of, you know what, let's do it off to this side. Since the hat's going that way, we'll go this side. You're just going to find a spot for your chenille stem to go through, and then I'm just going to go through like another spot. See if we just do that. He's so cute. Would you just look at that? I'm telling you, I love this color. If you see it in the store, grab some ribbon because Julie's probably gonna be making these colors. So I'm just gonna clip that, and then I'm just gonna stick it right back into the fluff of him, okay? And then I'm going to cut my ribbons. I think I want them to be a little bit shorter, so let's cut them just a little bit shorter and then dovetail, because now I'm gonna break the suspense. I'm gonna tell you what I'm choosing here, but if you saw the beginning of the video, you already know. So I'm not sure why I'm holding it off, but I was just like, I'm really unsure what I want to do here, and so I asked my friends, and they said, oh, do that, I like that better. So anyways, but again, snowmen can be for more than Christmas, okay? You can have this little guy up January and February. Why not? Oops, we don't want to cut that. Don't want to cut the other one. So what I decided to do, and if you want to take a little bit of ribbon and wrap around him so that it looks like this is more of a scarf, you could do that too. Let me show you what that would look like. You know, I might just do that. I think I like that. I'm going to wrap that around. So what I'm going to do, so I'm just going to go underneath here, and I'm just going to kind of tie it in the back. This was a last minute thing here. I wasted a little bit of ribbon there. Julie. Okay, so yeah. Oh, cute. I got that smash. I want to fix it. It's right there. So what we're going to do is we have decided to do the little snowflakes. I just feel like I just kind of feel like the snowflakes kind of add, and Maria did hers in the snowflakes, and it was just really cute. So let's see, we might want to put these down a little bit. I think that's going to be good. At the middle, yep, and you're just going to glue them down. But Maria, thank you for sharing your idea with us. We so appreciate it. And I told her, you need to start a Facebook page and start selling some of your stuff. So if she ends up doing that, I will be, definitely update it. I don't think she has a Facebook page right now, but check that description box in case she starts one, okay? And it's there. So I want you to go check her out and give her some love and let her know that we appreciate her sharing her little idea about this little snowman, and it is adorable. Oh my goodness, can you see how cute it is? All right, so he's gonna be a little sideways right now, but I think he or she or whatever you wanna call your little snowman, I think she's adorable. I'm gonna go with a girl. Anyways, but if you've made it this far, number one, thank you for taking your time to watch one of my videos. I appreciate it. Make sure to leave me a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe. We are hitting 200,000 subscribers here really, really soon. And I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart of just following this journey of mine, and never thought I'd be here, but I am. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoy this process. I hope you enjoy this project. It was a lot of fun to make. I almost forgot. What's the most important thing? Leave me a snowman in the comments, okay, guys? If you watch till the end, and I know that some of you guys always make sure you watch to the end so that you can see which emoji to leave. If you can't leave an emoji, just type out snowman, all right? But we'll see you next time. Bye.